Yeah. What it do, yeah? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that R.O.D Pod. For those that don't know who I am him, Junes, the NBIC. And again, I represent that R.O.D. Want to give a shout out to my YouTube family, my social media family, the entire family. In fact, the entire El Kebulan kidnaps. Every single one of you guys. I don't care where you located. If you know that you are El Kebulan, then you know I stand with you. And with that, you need a round of applause. Let's do that. But yeah, man, it's a wonderful day. And you know we got to have these conversations, man. I told you guys I was going to come on, later on today. You know what I'm saying? After I sat and chopped it up with my client, but I'm here and we gonna talk about what's going on here in New York City, man. For those that don't know, man, I'm from New York, man. Born and raised, Kings County, Brooklyn, you heard? And I'll be the first one to tell you that it's really time for me to just get up out of here. Why is that? But some of you guys don't know, New York just became the first state that passed the bill that's charging people from traveling, bro. You're paying $9. Some people's paying $20 each time. The first time, every day, you paying the standard fee, and then after that, it's like $2, $3, but you're paying to travel in the neighborhood, in your own community. Now, when you go on the government website on NewYorkCity.gov and they give you the explanation into the reasoning into why they're doing that, they say that New York has become oversaturated with drivers. A lot of people has, prefer driving than walking and riding bikes and taking public transportation. The MTA lost a lot of money during the pandemic, and a lot of things got to get generated back. So what better way to do it than tax people traveling? Now, there's a reason to that and how it goes hand to hand with the things that's going on. And hold on, give me a second. If I don't have my music, we gonna have a long day. You heard? I need my music. Stop. Yeah. Let me put it. I can't put it on repeat. That's why I don't like. I really don't like that. I gotta speak to Ecamm about that. Y'all gotta fix that, Ecamm. Come on, man. Come on. But I want to let you guys know that the reason behind what you're seeing with the congestion and having to pay a fee, the reason behind that is literally to get you guys to take the public transportation. That's what they want. They want people to stop using vehicles and start taking public or city standard devices or vehicles or whatever you want to call it, whether it's the city bikes, the public transportation, or you just a flat out walker. That's what they want, right? That's what they're telling you, right? But how does that ties with the things that you see going on in the train station? How does these two go hand in hand? I'm gonna tell you right now. What you guys are seeing going on in the train station here in New York City, you're seeing a Hollywood act at its highest order. I said it. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. I know you guys gonna. But I have to say it. I have to say it. It's a Hollywood act. Please, people, just listen. Just think about it for 1 second. Just for 1 second. Just think about it. Think about it. Who gets sets on fire and just stands up through the entire time? How does somebody get sets on fire and the clothes is not burning? Something was protecting this lady. Something was protecting this lady. What was it? What was it? Think about that. Anybody with common sense, think about that. Anybody with common sense. Now, all my ladies, all my sisters, anybody that's from the 90s and beyond, you know about the curling iron when you, as soon as you jumping. That's the curling iron. The lady was set on fire.
Accidentally hurting
the lady was set on fire. The lady was set on fire and she stood up through the whole process. And the man that supposedly did it got up and fanned her down. Is it starting to make sense now? Is it starting to make sense, America? Are you witnessing it? Do you believe now? Or it's still just a fairy tale? It's still shh. Mind your business and just do what you gotta do. I want you to think about that. Like in all honesty, I really, really, really want you to think about that. I had a conversation with my mans and I told my mans, I said, yo, bro, you see all of these speed cameras and all that? There's a reason behind that, pimp. Like, we really got into a grown man conversation. You know how us island Brooklyn boys do, you know what I'm saying? It get loud, make it intense, it get all that. But it's all brotherly love. This is just how we communicate when we trying to get our point across. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my bro Nice, you know what I'm saying? He know what time it is, but that's just what that was. And I was telling him, I said, yo, you know the reason behind that? You know the reason behind there giving you guys devices to put in your cars to track your speed and your mileage. If you use your MapQuest, you use your Google Maps, you use your Wise, you use any one of these maps that get you from A to B, it even tracks your speed. Why is that? Think about that. That joint tracks your speed, pimp. He was like, nah, bro, it's not the reason. Son, you always saying, they always thinking it's a conspiracy, son. Some things just supposed. I was like, yo, all right, bro. But then days later, somebody's getting burned. Days later, somebody's getting pushed into the train. Days later, all of these things are just happening simultaneously. Right on time for them making the rules and giving them even more ammunition into why they need more congestion and this and that. It goes hand in hand. And then you sit back and you observe, and then it starts playing out. Because what I'm telling you is how I put it all together. Oh. So you want the chaos to happen in the train because you want us to stop driving. You want us to start taking public trains, but you got to produce the fear, the chaos, the craziness, because then you got to have a reason to bring a whole new approach to the train stations. They're going to make the train stations like the TSA. They got it right now on 42nd Street and 34th Street in those areas where, where it's monumental areas or tourists or et cetera, they guard it like that. They want that joint everywhere. And they showing you the crazy little 23-year-olds in the hood and how he wilding and how he lost his mind. And then they showing you another one in the hood. He's a dirty old little Mexican. They showing you two Spanish. They setting up this thing. They chefing it up right, baby. I know. And before you know it, here comes a nigga on the scene. I seen what, let's just say 7 to 8 cops try to manhandle this young man because he refused to pay $2.90. Let me say that again. $2.90. So they gotta force us not to drive no more. Or if you do get the opportunity to drive, you're only allowed to drive in your restricted areas. Or you from Brooklyn, stay in Brooklyn. Everything you need, you better make sure it's here. If you want to come out there, it's going to cost you. You want to travel over there, it's going to cost you. This is driving people in a land that they even know it wasn't theirs. This is the land of God. Like, the creators created this whole entire universe for people to just freely go from left to right. Now I gotta ask for permission. So now you's like, you know what? I'm tired of seeing these people on the road. Put them in the train station. Force them to take public transportation, but show the chaos. So it gives us a reason to do what? To militarize that place. Lock it down. Shut it up. Heck you talking about over here? Heck is this? Shut it up. That's what you guys is witnessing right now. Tell me I'm lying. A lady got burnt and she never dropped one time. She literally stood there the entire time. That is literally a Hollywood script right in front of you, and you can't even see that. I touched boiling water, I'm jumping. This lady didn't move one bit. She said, oh, fire. She didn't run up and down. She didn't do nothing. She literally stood there and held. Shorty held. I don't want to sound mean. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, America. I'm sorry, New York. I'm sorry to the family. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry to the actors, to the actress. I'm sorry. It was bad. It was bad. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Like, it was so bad. I really thought you insulted my intelligence. I thought that you really insulted me. I felt insulted. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about America. I don't know about Brooklyn. I don't know about Queens. I don't know about nothing. I'm speaking about myself right now. I'm speaking for me right now. And this particular instant, I felt violated. Because there was absolutely no reason for you to give me such a terrible acting and then pitch it to the world. And the man that did it literally stood there and watched and stood there and then got up and fanned it. The reason why I don't want to play the video because, you know, it's such a sensitive topic. Like, you could talk about it, but seeing it, people is really traumatized. They really can't see it for what it is. Like, people is really affected, and listen, to be honest, this is just me. This is my opinion. I'm not saying this is facts. YouTube, don't come and saying I'm bringing forth misinformation. This is me. This is my assumption. This is what I believe. This is just me. I believe that the reason why they don't want the video to be seen because the acting is just so bad. That's just me. That's just what I believe. I believe it's just that bad. It was just horrendous. But also seeing that or shadowing it and not thinking about it, but speaking about it will do what? Give them reason to enforce it. And they're doing, and when you see it, and when you see how it's moving, if you see the airports, you gotta take your passport or your ticket, and you gotta hit the scanner thing and the thing to go through. That's the same thing they're doing with your phones. They don't want to do the Metro cards no more. They don't want to do the cash. They want you to have that joint on your phone. Boom, walk in, walk out, keep it pushing, etc., etc. And eventually, that boom is gonna go from the phone because people is gonna. You know what I'm saying? People's going to try to figure out, or, somebody comes from another country and try to figure out the phone. It's just going to slow everything down. They want everything, and like they want everything in decency and order. I know it's far-fetched, but that's the reason. That's the congestion. Prevent them from driving. Take away the driving. The driving is only going to be for the rich people. You gotta have money to stand to drive a vehicle. It's not gonna be no BMWs. It's not gonna be no regular Fords, Toyotas. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be top of the line electric cars. Ain't gonna be no Uber drivers no more. It's gonna be like it's gonna be headless, humanless car driving. Where the AI is literally gonna be driving. This is why they're putting these trackers in all of these cars, all these Ubers, all these insurances offering discounts. If you put these things in your vehicle, it's for that. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you. I know it's something that's like that. It could be for real, but I'm telling you. It's walking away. Every single day is walking away. Every single day is walking away. And you know what I'm talking about. If you know who I am, you know what I'm talking about. It's walking away. It's being taken away, bro. You got to learn how to balance the two, pimp. And the solution for all of that, and I'm just keeping it 100, is to just get up out of New York. Though the tri-state is no longer for black people. The tri-state is no longer for black people. The tri-state is no longer for black people. If you was born and raised here, listen, look, Brooklyn is on my arm. You hear me? But I can tell you from now that this ain't it. Oh, we can't be here no more. How can I remain here when the things that I used to love to do, I can no longer do? I can't even just fly to 42nd Street to go watch a play. I can't be a New Yorker my way. I gotta do it their way. I gotta take their train stations. I gotta go through that policy, those procedures. Like, nobody want to get checked every day. Nobody wants to. Somebody just want to go in their train and that's not gonna be normal for me. Maybe the next 2, 3, 4 generations after, but this generation, my generation that's still alive, that's getting older, is not going to accept that. And I don't think we gonna have the energy to keep fighting that. So it's either you're gonna have those that's just gonna just stay Brooklyn body. You're gonna have those that's just gonna go to the city that when they have to, and then you're just gonna have those that's gonna take public transportation. That's just what's gonna be. But understand that this is the reason behind it. And I just seen the map just now. Let me see if I could pull it up. See if I could pull this map up. See if I can pull this map up. Is it here? Nah, pull this map up from over here, pimp. Pull this map up. I'm saying? Let me pull this map up. Hold on. Yo, I don't e- yo, I'm yo, Ecam, like I'm so angry. And I don't even want to say angry. Like, no punches is even upset. Look at his face. Like, yo, bro, I just can't have this song on repeat. And I don't want to play it from my computer. I feel like I should be able to play it. This should be part of my scene. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of upset right now, people. Because it's slowing me down. You feel me? Oh, where's that? Oh, it should be somewhere over here. Oh, look. Let me screenshot. Let me show you this. Let me show you this video, right? Let me show you this this screenshot. So this right here. Look, check this out. Check this out, right? Yo, No Punches is mad. He's pissed off just like me. Yo, you mad too, Pimp? Yeah, I feel like slap. But that's my guy, you heard? But check this out, right? So this is literally Manhattan for you right here, right? Now, when you look at these areas, all those bridges is Brooklyn. This entire area, these two at the bottom right here. I don't know if you could see my mouse, but these two right here, this is Brooklyn. I think this is like Queens or something. This is the Bronx. These are Bronx. Right? You notice that everywhere in the hood where black people and Hispanic people travel, you see that. See, you have to when you're gonna sell something, you gotta sell it right. One thing about America, especially New York, man, listen carefully. They are the best advertisers of all times. They will get their point across. Like they're gonna sell it and you're gonna fall for it, or you're gonna eat it up like a fat boy that just ate cake for the 1,000th time in his life. Still gonna be phenomenal. See, you're not paying attention. I've been paying attention, and shout out to my son Smiley. Yo, shout out to Smiley. We gonna link up, homie. We gonna link up, man. Shout out to my nigga, man. Shout out, bro. That's my bro. And we used to talk about this. I remember one time we was just on the block one day. We was having this conversation. It's like, yo, bro, these dudes is really gonna be preventing us from even moving, bro. You want to know when I realized that? When they told you about the bus lane. When the bus lane came, I already knew where we was headed. I told people this. People thought I was BSing, bro. Pardon my language when I say this, bro, but I gotta say how it is. People thought I was bullshitting, bro. People thought he was wilding. Like, yo, son, yo, Jules, son, you tweaking, bro. You don't know what you talking about. Yo, you tweaking, bro. You don't know what you talking about. I was like, all right, bro. All right. Because we used to go to these lectures. We used to, let me tell you one thing about real black men. There's still some real black men that's in those spaces and still let the people know what's really going on, bro. Those are the ones that you gotta respect. And we knew what this was coming. The pale white horse told you that this was coming, and all the other, James Todd and all of these other people that's been speaking, everybody been telling us. But when you look at this map, you see that you really are the ones that's going to be affected as us. They want you. You are no longer allowed to drive. They telling you this right now. If you from New York City, they put in bikes and parking spots. So now you gotta circle 50 trillion times to find parking. If you don't have a driveway, it sucks to be you. You feel me? They doing that right now. If you don't have a driveway, it sucks to be you. They're putting the what you call these cars, the rental cars now. They got the rental cars in the neighborhood. You literally come with your phone, swoop, scan it, the keys drop, you in the car, you drive, you go about your business. And guess what? Guess what? The driver, the person that's been living in that community for over 30 years but always been parking outside because he couldn't afford a driveway, or he's been living in this building from generation. Oh, guess what? Now he got to go park 4, 5, 6 blocks down because if it's not the city bikes, then you got the rental spots, them rental cars. Like, oh, can't park here. You guys still don't see this though, right? You think you think about this. Think about this. You really think you really think these people are worried about no speed, bro? Speed? No. Slow down is for a reason. 0. Because when the so-called drones that you guys see in the air now, them drones. Yeah. They're the ones that's going to be the police now. Listen, they're not going to be a crime that's going to be able to be committed. You thought Minority Report was crazy? Shout out to the Democrats, though, man. Shout out to you guys, because you the ones that wanted this. This is what you wanted. You're getting your wish. Da-da. And I was telling the Wiz this today. I said, yo, the remainder real individuals, solid morals, dignity, principles, code, stick to the G code of the book. They can't live in a blue state no more. They gotta go into a red state. They better all be in a red state, dealing with the consequences of survival, because we're surviving now, but at least you get to keep your dignity. You still keep your American right to a degree, bro. You're paying to travel. Listen, people. Listen to me. Please, I beg you. You're paying to travel, bro. Look up in those areas up there. Look up in those areas up there. Look. After West Point, right here, look in this area where you see Central Park. Who lives up there? Don't have to pay $1. But you do. New York is a privileged state now. You want to be a bum? Can't be a bum here. You can't be a bum anywhere, but you damn sure can't be a bum here. Oh, you better act it right. Because when you bring that bum energy to another state, the another state are going to be forced to then and create another law to prevent you from being a bum there. And that's a message to every single black person on the face of this earth. All my El Kepulan kidnaps. If you remain a bum, you better off being hung. Yeah, I said it. Because if you don't understand what is going on, then something is wrong with you. Because it's time for the men to stand up. It's time for the women to sit down. It's time for the children to listen. It's time to put things back in order. Or you can prepare for your slaughter. You can prepare for your slaughter. Because we are heading there. If you don't get out by now, you will never make it out. And if you are a real individual who keeps their morals, you better off going off into a red state. That's where I need to be. Texas is home, man. Texas is the designation at this moment, until further notice. I'm thinking about Arizona as well. We have to be in areas where you can still keep your American dignity. And even though I'm an El Kebulan kidnap, I was raised in a land called America, which taught me the American dignity. I didn't receive America the way America is right now. I didn't know what this was. America gave me a different Happy Meal. And the milkshake was good. You guys are just, everything that you guys are eating is just fake, nasty, genetically modified, and full of radiation. This is why they're getting away with murder. They could never be able to create such foolishness 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when the Warriors was fully active. You can now, when everybody is just attention seekers. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to be felt. Everybody wants to be loved. And not just love, people. Hit the like button, people, please. Please hit the like button. I need all the likes. Send this off. Not just love, but their type of love. Not just love, but their type of love. So you don't even know the love that you're giving. It got to be to their standards. This is what we're dealing with now. This is the generation. This is not the generation to fight. This is not the generation to stand on business. This is the generation that wants the business done for them. This is the generation that wants the computer to work for them. The state of humanity is in the worst state I've ever been. The state of humanity is in the worst state than it has ever been in the entire existence of man. We're even worse than the very first time man was created. That is crazy. This is the generation, man. Our rights of our freedom to drive and have a good time is over for that. You can't even do do your mom's a solid. Pick her up from work because she's tired. She don't want to be on the train. Safety reasons. Not just safety reasons, but when the rules and regulations is intact. When the rules and regulations is intact. Who wants to get searched every single day? Who wants to get searched every single day? But you gotta pay to pick up your moms, bro. 2 times, there and back, fam. You gotta pay to pick up your moms, pimp. We can't be here no more. To the governor and the mayor, as a New Yorker that's been in this place called New York my entire life, that is 30 plus years, about to be 40. I want to say thank you. Thank you for letting me realize that I was never a New Yorker. I was never a diehard. You let me know that I'm nothing more than just a regular nigga that is supposed to work and continue establishing the figures for your fingers. To the governor, to this lady, I don't know who she is. Thank you. I knew you seen us as a piece of shit the day you goddamn disrespectful people told me that if I got situated, I could get a burger. Are you? No punches. You feel me, right? No punches, man. Are you crazy? This is what they was doing, pimp. You feel me? I know, man. I know. But yeah. Thank you. You got it. You want it? You want New York? You want Brooklyn? You got it. You got it. Our time is ticking here. They took over the projects. Oh, they regulating the food stamps when the Project 2025 come. I see why my people was crying for Kamali. Yeah, probably. But sadly, it's the same script to the same story. A horror story for a simple group of black people just trying to seek glory. Forget the fame, because the fame can never outshine or diminish the pain that still remains from my ancestors that was sent here off chains. And pain. Wondering why God would allow their children to be slain for a thing. I'll let you guys finish that. Come on, people. I really want you guys to think about that for a minute, man. New York ain't the same no more, man. Thank you. I'm going to make my way to Texas. I'm taking this job right now because I need something for security reasons. For when I make that move, I am knowledgeable in a skill and a trade that is always going to be in demand. And when you are a man trying to better and do things for their children, sometimes you got to take sacrifices, because right now I'm taking a major sacrifice because I need to learn this, to preserve this and accomplish this, so when I get it and I make that move, because there's no turning back. I don't ever plan on coming back. Until the day that it's time for me to send my moms back to the Holy Land. This place ain't for me. I lost myself being in New York. I lost that feel. I lost that love. I got Brooklyn tatted on my arm, guys. I got it tatted on my arm, guys. I did a podcast titled, New York is no longer New York City, but New Dork City. They took my precious, beautiful place called home. They took it and said, this is now my nationwide building. And if you want to participate here, you have to pay a fee. I think I'll pass, pimp. There's no way on God's green earth should I ever pay a fee to travel. But New York was able to do that. New Jersey is talking about that. Then California is going to follow suit. And within 5 to 6, maybe 10 years, before 2030, there's a high possibility that this right here will be in all 50 states. That's a high possibility. I wouldn't put it past them. Shout out to them though. Shout out to them. $400 years to get here, to now having that feeling like it's about that time that I go home. Because my home has been invaded, overtaken, violated, infested it with rats, physically and rodently. They infested it with rats. Everybody's tattletelling. Everybody's angry. Everybody is just self-love. Everybody's just worried about them. There's nobody worrying about each other. That's the vibe I get in New York now. And now you about to pack us inside of these trains like a can of sardine. It's about to be chaotic. Not to mention about the you know what flying in the airs, people sneezing and all that. You know all it takes is just one person just saying "Hachu," and it's over. You know that. It's over. I can't stay here. Like, They literally taking everything from the poor. And I'm going to do a podcast about that. It's time. It's time for the little people to start standing up and become tall people. But the only way we're gonna get tall is when we stand up together. I can't fight this war alone. I can't talk this talk alone. I can't see these things alone. I can't. We have to understand there's something greater than our frustration amongst each other. Because you're watching everything of yours being taken away from you, pimp. What is going to be left for you to hold on to? What is there going to be left for you to hold on to and say, this is why I'm a New Yorker? Why? Because you paying bills? Because you paying to travel? You thinking you bossed up because you got the money to just fly through and pay bills? Taking the train is for the bums and the poor? Woman is no longer going to be dating men that take public transportation. They're already there now, but it's going to make it even worse. This is where we at, guys. You have to see that things is greater than me and you. I don't have no issues. Whatever our issues, the bigger picture is way greater. Until we stand together, the bottom will remain at the bottom. And I think it's time for us to get to the top. Instead of looking up, waiting for somebody to come down, I think it's time for us to start walking up to the top. Why not? What you got to lose? What we got to lose? What we gonna lose out of this? Out of standing together? What? You gonna lose your job? What? You gonna lose your life? At least you died for a reason. You unalive now? What? I don't know. But at the end of the day, you did it. You stood together. You stood about business. You stood about family. You stood about unity. You stood about each other. Stop looking up, waiting for something to save you. Start walking up so we can save each other. Huh? That is the biggest problem, and I see that. I was a part of that. I'm getting older now. I'm not that same young Junes. I'm getting older now. What are we teaching the youth? What are we preparing them for? I see my son, 19. Shout out to my son. I love my son. My son is the greatest son ever. My little nigga did everything. Finished school. I never had a problem with him in school. Never had nothing. College, working, making his money, living his life, having a good time. But there's days when I look at him and I'll be like, damn, little nigga. You should have been fighting this fight with your pops. But not everybody's built. And he was overprotected by me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was Mr. Perfect. Yeah. I overprotected my little nigga. Because that was my son, that was me, but he's great. But for me as a warrior, as I'm getting older, I sit back and I look and I reflect. I said, damn, this little nigga should have been. All right, Dad, don't worry. As you get old, teach me everything so I can continue this mission. And one day he probably will. I don't know. Because my son is a Virgo. I don't know their mind. Virgos are very hard-headed. They're in their ways. You don't know. But they do listen. And they do love. And they're very loyal. My son is very loyal to me. And I love him for that. Shout out. Round of applause for my son. Round of applause. Round of applause, man. But yeah. This right here is enough. This can't be. If this is what becomes the new norm of New York City, deuces. Anybody that's living in New York, I understand times is hard. Struggle elsewhere. Think about that. The money that you're paying for rent here, you can get something nice and decent at a cheaper rate where you can survive 4 or 5 months off the rent that you're paying in New York, and you can find a job, start a business, do something. It's time for us to do something. This ain't our life. This ain't our life. And we're gonna get right. We got no choice. We think New York is not where to get right at. California, all the big Mondem states, it's not where it's at for us. We're gonna literally have to make our way into them little white old little country towns and start it and make it hood over there. And for the white boys, listen, man, it's your peoples that's making us move, man. Your people's leaving your house, coming into our space. Now we're leaving our house, coming into their space. That's just how it goes. If you don't want us in your town, take your family back to your house. Because we're not staying, we can't stay around that. Matter of fact, we don't even want to stay around yet, man. Listen, people, I was born in Kings County Hospital, man, Brooklyn, born and raised, man. Brooklyn tatted on my arm, pimp. And I've never seen rat issues like I see them now. Until I was around Monday. Like, I remember rats being in my mom's crib, bro. I remember them niggas trying to crack into my basement, bro. I remember that joint, fam. And that's kind of crazy, bro. And I say all that to say that New York is just a dub, bro. Time to go home. And I feel like the creators is doing all of this for us to get frustrated, because eventually he's going to make his way to all 50 states eventually. And then eventually, brothers and sisters, gonna have to make that serious decision into where you would like to relocate. And the first place and the only place to relocate is Africa. Africa is the only place that Mother Nature's on your side. Africa is the only place where once you touch that land, you instantly gain back at least 70% of your mental, physical, and spiritual strength back. Africa is also a place where you can learn to be you again. And when I say you, being Al-Kebulan. It's an area where you get an opportunity to become who you are, because that's what the land is gonna do. You're not gonna learn the ways of the Euro Christian ideology. You're gonna learn about your vocabulary, customs, culture, your roots. You're gonna learn about that. That's the beauty of it. But it's really about that time for us to start the migrating and the movement and the moving and going down and staying far away. And you understand, it's really about that time. Shout out to Black Girl Magic. I remember she, we was talking earlier, and I sent her something on the IG, and I told her, like, stay where you at, because where you at is open area. You still can go left. You can still run left, right, up, down, around the corner. You still have that power to do that. Then do that. You feel me? Pardon my language when my mic hit my headphone. Hit that joint. I be forgetting that joint too close to me. But you understand what I'm saying? You got open area. You got a advantage. God forbid anything occur, you have options. That's another reason why it's time for the real New Yorkers to leave New York, because we don't have options. There's 22 bridges, 21 bridges. And if they shut down either or, we are F. That is a fact. And as a man, that's a family man, as a woke individual that's seeing what's going on play out the way that it's playing out, right? It's very important that we as individuals make that conscious decision to walk away before what was already envisioned play out. Because I don't want to be the one, because right now I'm the one that's on that I told you. But you don't want to be the I told you, but nigga, you still here. You feel me? You can't do that. So the objective is to stack up, pack up, bounce with a half an ounce. That's it. That's pretty much the only thing you can do in this type of situation. Because I knew this was coming. And when I told my man that, I said, listen, man, driving is a privilege, pimp. You ain't about to just you ain't about to just speed up and down. Once I seen that, the insurance people and all of these people was cracking down on a lot of rules and regulations, I already knew where it was going. I said, yo, bro, they taking everything away from us, bro. You can't drive with tinted windows. You can't drive with loud music. You can't drive with different color lights. You can't do absolutely nothing in New York City. You can't even, if some police officers wanted to be assholes, the little Hondas that you can get pulled over for that. There's a ticket for that. Matter of fact, them speed cameras also can take pictures of those that make excessive noise. It's crazy. It's crazy. Driving that is free. Driving that is free, guys. If that doesn't piss you off, then I don't know what pisses you off. But the reason behind all of that is to remove your rights from driving, electrify the entire neighborhood. Only people that's going to be able to drive is the rich, the wealthy, the famous, people with money, power, and control. The peasant, you will take your public transportation like everybody else. If you want to be bossed up, then, you know what I'm saying, you could take your car, whatever, but like at the end of the day, you got to pay to play. New York is not a state. It's a powerhouse. It's not a state, it's a powerhouse. Only ballers remain here. This place has become check and balances. This ain't nothing more but check and balances. Heck am I living here for? Check and balances, pimp. What? Nah, I'm good. Come on now. This is for the heavy hitters. There's no heavy hitter for me. I don't care what money comes my way. I don't care if YouTube money's good. I don't care what's come. That's not for me. God didn't create this earth to pay to play. The creators didn't create this beautiful place called earth to pay to play. And I don't think I should alter the universal law. I don't think I should do that. Sometimes I really believe that I need to be a sovereign citizen, right? Just hand over my social security, my driver's license, my birth certificate. Just hand that joint over. Say, I don't want this nonsense. Just hand it over and just be a sovereign citizen. But you gotta know the law book. And you know what's crazy? I got the black book, bro. The black book is somewhere over there. I have the black book. But that book is like this goddamn big. Who has the energy to read all of that? Who? This big, bro. Who got the energy to read all that? But you gotta know that. And you gotta be up to par with it. And when you are a black man, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, when you are a black man, it's a little harder. Right? A European could just tell the police officer, listen, I'm not doing nothing, etc., etc. Badge number, according to Constitution, this, that. You do that same thing, they got the right to fling you out the car. Remember, and no disrespect, this is just an FYI. Europeans are innocent till proven guilty. Black people are guilty and have to be proven innocent. Okay? It's a big difference. Understand the difference. Understand the demographics. Understand the ideology. Understand the principles. The foundation, pimp. That's just how the game goes. But New York is a dub. Cali is a dub. Jersey is a dub. Connecticut's gonna be a dub. Where do you go? Going to any state that's red. Any red state. If you still believe in moral principles and keeping it G'd up, 10 toes down, then you gotta make your way into the red states. Can you get there? Absolutely. How do you get there? Stave up. Stop buying foolishness. Stop wasting time. Sometimes the sacrifice is more important than the victory. You can't have victory when you go celebrate, and then after your celebration is all said and done, you right back in the trenches. You right back in the hood. You can't tell me you got $1,000 clothes on, but then you right back where you 10 months behind on rent. That doesn't make sense. Save your bread. Stack your money. Stop shopping. Stop Uber eating. Cook your food. A meal prep. Stack food for the week. Save money for the month. Stack your bread. No partying, no clubbing, no buying weed, no doing nothing. Just stack your bread. Stack it up and see where you go. Stack it up and see where you go. You'll be out of here in no time. I bought this book on TikTok and you guys should go get it. I bought this book off TikTok. It's like literally like a wallet thing. Every week you put a certain amount of money in there. Every week. And then when you fulfill it, it's like $5,000 and something dollars. It may sound like nothing, but 5 bands just off, like just off tips. Let's just say off tips. You make 5 bands off tips. This is tips. This is not even your paycheck. This is just off tips. You make that make sense. You make that make sense. You feel me? You make that make sense, man. See, we have every tool to fix our conditions, to not support such foolish behavior, not allow these things to even occur. We have the power. We have the funds. We don't have the unity. We don't have the togetherness. There's no togetherness. There's no me, you, us. There's those words is not just me and my niggas. My niggas is here. Your niggas is there. Your chickens is there. Your witches is there. Y'all stay over there. That's us. And until we break that cycle, no matter what we say, no matter what we do, nothing is going to change. Instead of looking up for somebody to come down and redeem us, it's time we come together so we can stand up. How about we just go to the clouds, our dance up? How don't we just walk into heaven? How many songs that done created that just said that? Why don't we just do that? Just walk into heaven. But I can't do it by myself. Excuse me. I can't do it by myself. This is not a one-man job. This is a collective bargain, bro. Because this right here, what you're seeing, is affecting all of us. It doesn't even matter about race. It doesn't even matter about color. If you're from the slums, guess what? You got to make it work. And it may be nothing now, but the more inflation, the more the dollar values and that deteriorates, the more money that you got to spend, you're going to realize that you need more, that you're just like everybody else. What I'm saying is for us being New Yorkers, if you see the ship sinking, you might as well get off. You can't afford no scuba gear. Just get off. You can't afford a lifeboat. Just get off. You can't afford it. So if you can't afford it, then we'll do something else. That's all I'm saying. I'll leave it as that, people. Peace to Vera Sanders, man. Shout out to you, man. I know. You see me, I gotta go look in deeper. I got this brand new screen. This joint is huge, but that joint is just too much for me. I know I could do that. But Vera Sanders, shout out to you, man. Peace and wonders unto you. Black Girl Magic, you already know what time it is. Nothing but love. You know, you are part of the reason why I keep the guns blazed. Shout out to you, Calvin Montana. Shout out to you. Don't know who you are. This is a fact. That is a fact. They want us divided. Divided we fall, right? They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we're divided and what we're divided from, for example, right? For example, we're divided over the petty things. We're divided over blocks. We're divided over the gangs. We're divided over race. We're divided over location. We're divided over everything. But the people that sit at the UN tables in those areas, they never divided. They all sit down with a master plan, and then you close your eyes and you wake up, and then congested right here. Congested fee. Like you're paying to travel. You're paying to travel. You're no longer, if you're from New York and you're from any other area outside of the Upper East Side, the Upper West Side, and those areas, you're not from over there. You gotta pay to slide through. The only thing that's open right now is the FDR. It's the FDR and the West Side Highway for now. But unless we come together and realize that instead of looking up and singing Kumbaya and having all of these false hopes, we gotta unify. We gotta look up. We gotta tap into our ancestors. We gotta tap into the creators. We gotta do the necessary things. Gain back our strength. Call on those deities that gave us power, bro. Call on Mama Love and allow her to work the winds, work the rain, work the snow, work the sun, you allow her to do what she do when it comes to Mother Nature. We're not doing that. We're sitting back believing in a story that makes absolutely no sense, that can't be proven whatsoever, other than what can be proven, what's seen right in front of us. You see the power that we have, the strength that comes along with who you are, just being a human being. Come on, people, you gotta make that make sense, pimp. Gotta tap into who we are and gain back that strength. That's the only way we're gonna get ahead, bro. You take anything outside of that. You take anything outside of that, you're gonna fall. And you're gonna remain at the bottom where we've been at for I don't know how many years now. And now we getting so frustrated. Instead of still looking like who's putting us in these circumstances, we looking at each other and we blaming each other. People don't wanna conversate because you don't wanna participate in their ideology. You don't wanna believe that. I had somebody write in the comments and said the most foolish, slanderous thing I have ever heard in my life. They said that, oh, you guys are nothing but locals and fools. Why? Why are we locals and fools? Like I said, like I did in the live. Explain that to me. Is it because I no longer wanna feed my people a belief, or I just want to tell people the truth? Because the truth, bring people the facts. Because the facts is the only thing that it seems to keep us afloat, to keep us looking forward to something. If I give you $1 and you had $1, that is a fact that now you got $2. That is a fact. But if you got $1 and I got $1 and I keep telling you that I'm gonna give you this $1 next week, or I'm gonna give you a day, that day come, I don't give you the $1, I don't give you the $1, I don't give you the $1. What does that make you? A fool, right? But if I tell you that this dollar that I'm going to give you was directly given to me by God. And God told me that I got to give it to you at a particular time and day, that you got to wait, that this is going to be the signs that you're going to see that's going to occur. And then it's going to be voila. When you take that, what you're going to tell me? Then you're not insane. And I don't want to make this about that, but I just want to just let you understand. This is when you see what these things are created to do. When the bigger picture and the bigger issue is who put us in these circumstances? Why do I have to go through 50 trillion books just to find out who the heck I am? Who created this problem? Who's held responsible? Who's held reliable for this? Who's the one? Who's the culprit? That's the conversation. But we don't have that. And you know why we don't have that? You know why we don't have that? You know why we don't have that? Because there's somebody and someone that's taking away your rights. That's keeping you distracted. We still talking about LeBron. He's 40 years old, still playing basketball. Who gives a damn? His 40-year-old ass ain't breaking no bread with you. You ain't coming to his barbecue. Your son don't know his don't know his son. Heck you heckling for? What you worrying about that? What you need to know. When Kobe retired, basketball died as well. When Kobe started getting injured and hurt, basketball died. From that moment on, it was over. Steph Curry brought a little light, and that was it. But it is what it is. Our focus should literally be on the things that matter. The things that matter is us. The growth that needs is us. The distractions that's not needed is the things anything that they give you, and they sell it to you like it's good. They sell it to you like it's healthy. They sell it to you like it's necessary. They're selling it to you like this is what your body needs in order for you to achieve pure greatness. You gotta fix that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all we need to understand. Like, it's time for us to stop looking up and start walking up. Stop looking for someone to come down and save you when it's time for you to walk into heaven your damn self. And heaven is not gonna be handed to you, because when it was stolen from you, it wasn't stolen like, it wasn't just like, hey, close your eyes. No, it was a lot deeper. It's a lot of blood. It's a lot of blood that was drawn. It's a lot of blood that was drawn. A lot of people shed blood trying to preserve and protect your genealogy, protect who you are right now. You owe it to them. You owe it to them. We owe it to them. This ain't no debate, no ifs, no buts, no maybes. We're suffering because we forgotten the role, we forgot the job, we forgot our duty, we forgot the mission, we forgot our responsibilities. Gain that back. Turn off anything that's gonna make you despise your brothers and sisters. If hip hop is the tool that's used to make you look at your brothers and sisters like they're evil and wicked, turn it off. Turn off the Apple subscription, the Prime subscription. Throw away your SoundCloud and your Spotify. Turn all of that off. Read a book. Listen to Junes. Tune into the podcast and listen to Come Get This Barbecue Chicken. Come eat. Come internalize self. Come see self and come understand what life is really going on. what these congestion prices is really talking about. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. These are the conversations that needs to be had. All that extra stuff is unnecessary. All that negative behavior, all that foolishness. Come tune into the podcast. Come get some food. Come get some wisdom. Come understand who you are. Come on the side of righteousness. It's better on this side. Come on the side of honor. It's better on this side. Come on this side of love, true love, real love. Come on the side of discipline, real discipline. It's better on this side. You will love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be happy. Just come on this side. We'll be waiting for you. And with that being said, people, it was nice. Again, let me give a shout out to Black Girl Magic. Let me give a shout out to all my YouTube family. Shout out to all those that tune in for the first time. Shout out to those that tune in for the second time, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth time. That means I'm still on your mind. That means we still on that grind. Pardon me for my outburst, but you know how it gets when the passion kicks in, and then I gotta catch myself like, hold on, humble yourself, Jules, relax. This is a cool, calm, mellow vibe right now. And that's the vibe I wanted to have, but at the same time, man, it's just too much. If you're from New York, just live from New York. If you're from any other area and you want to live in New York, you go live at your own risk. But I promise you, you will be back home within 3 years, because this is a dub. Okay? So shout out to you. You better go and get it. Like I said earlier, you better go get yours, because I'm on the journey to go get mine. For those that don't know who I am, I'm him. I'm Junes, the NBIC, aka Mr. Keep My Foot on Your Who. Your what? On the, you know what? I'll just leave it as that. It's your brother, man. I'm a hollow. What?